Welcome to the Reggaecy, where we endeavor to preserve the legacy of reggae and dancehall music by discussing important topics as it relates to the reggae and dancehall culture. You don't know, you have Oliver,
Mm.
nice, will look like green shirt or t-shirt, like it.
With
Don't
a
know,
buffalo, like
yeah,
a
yeah,
buffalo soldier.
straight,
Anyway, big up for yourself, people. Welcome again
yeah,
from all planet, all corner of the globe, wherever you are tuning in from. We love and respect the commentary. Keep giving us comments, keep liking, subscribing. We're new to the thing. Well, we've been a year, but we're slow. We're built, and we're quality over, quantity. We split
yeah,
up and we issue videos, but we try to come up with some new topics on our own. We don't feed off of anybody's subject and see if we can dig deeper sometimes.
yeah.
Anyway,
That's
take
the
it back.
thing there. Don't know, my name is Randy. So we're gonna kick it off like this. Um, I don't know how many of you guys know, but what we try to do again is, share a little bit of our culture with you. So, this week we're gonna take it back and see if people remember this artist, whether they remember yes or no. Um, we're gonna share our knowledge, our feelings about this artist. The
Mm.
artist who I'm talking about is the artist who do the song on name Inna the Bus. See, enough people might not remember that song there. Give them one song where you think they might remember, Oliver.
Satan Chang, everything we do.
Yeah, hold on
Like,
there. I wonder if they remember that one there.
Uno Galang.
Right. Him also do one next song when he was name Mama
Mama,
have her own, Daddy have him own. Yeah. All right. So wanna hear that, wanna hear the voice and how the voice so. The person we are referring to, the artist we are referring to, the legend we are referring to, because he's a legend in my book, is Professor Nuts. Right?
yeah,
The same Professor Nuts, where he's the host or been hosting our Magnum Kings and Queens, one of the
yeah,
hosts, right?
yes.
After the same Professor Nuts. So our question tonight, and what we are pondering and think about is where does he rank as a dancer, a reggae and dancehall DJ, a reggae and dancehall artist? What are your opinions on that? And
His
you know,
influence, has
yeah,
he been influential? Do you hear his style in other artists?
definitely.
You
Um,
know?
but to me, bad DJ in the 80s. Um, so we really were, yeah, as Ali was saying,
So
influence.
the people who don't know Tim used to be a dancer. He's a
Same,
brother who start out a dance. He used to dance down I mean not that I've known, this is all research.
yeah.
Maybe not my father them days
Far
when
on a
them,
Skateland and in place there.
yeah, he used to
Yeah,
dance at them place there, man. His name Disco. Disco Nuts or Disco D, something like that.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, so really and truly, me not gonna lie, when me used to hear Professor Nuts, me did really young, I'm an older cousin them usually hear and listen to them. Me used to I play him on some cassette tape, okay? So you can imagine how old that. And them used to play the tape them over and over so much until it take them pop more time. Like bust tape on
Yeah.
them get somewhere in there and tape it up, and cut off the little piece of the tape so that hang over so it can play back in the cassette tape. It's almost like them splice the cassette tape and put it back together.
Correct.
So we used to listen to Professor Nuts. You see me? So me even remember them from them time, back in them time when my cousin did so like mother enamored with Professor Nuts. Seeing he usually say, yo, boy, Nuts have a wicked BMW bike star and he might tell me, be something. So me I say, really? But them
Mm.
time me and you, I couldn't, go certain places and but them one they didn't know about nuts like that. For me, my most memorable thing was at the time how much we used to enjoy the thing them I must say. It was very entertaining. You see me?
Okay.
Um, um, and in my opinion, more so to listen to without even seeing him on stage. 'Cause at the time, I think not many of us had TVs in our homes at Jamaica at the time. You see me? But at the time, he was just so much fun to even listen to, and the things that he said out his
So
mouth.
go ahead, Randy. I'm not cut you.
Yeah, and the things he said out his mouth is like no matter how many times you listen to it, it's like it does fun, like natural funny, naturally. Like him just commanded him style, him genre, him presence, everything, you know what I mean? He was one of them type of people that to where it's like him never have to force nothing. It just seemed like it just came natural to him. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, right.
yeah,
So when you say him very, very comedic, right? And you could listen to him. If people now notice, like a lot of comedians, even in America before, that's how you really got open to comedians or introduced to comedians. You used to have to listen to them on CD or stereo or
yeah,
whatever. And you didn't really see them live, but you can listen to them and still get the jokes,
yeah,
right? We're talking 50s, 60s, 70s.
yeah, yeah,
A lot of people introduced to Richard Pryor. So the fact that you mentioned that him did so witty, not that we don't always listen to music,
yeah,
but it was more than listening to an artist for just music. You really did listen to him for the comedic aspect of it
exactly.
too. The thing though, what I would have liked to say before I go back to your Randy,
Yeah,
um, he was heavy on social commentary. So
definitely.
it was a very good balance. And not a lot of artists you can balance like that. Because you have some artists where them comedic and it just come off like a some clown thing.
Yeah,
You didn't get that aspect from Professor
no,
Nut. Because
no,
if you listen to him few interviews, then you can hear how intellectual he is when he man Magnum. And he used to give you social commentary. Inna the bus was social commentary.
social commentary.
Mama of our own is social commentary.
Social commentary.
You see me? Uh,
Um, all right. So, like what you said that yeah, him used to say a thing like which me gonna tell you another reason why I'm connect him with another artist. Just asking this question broadly for anybody that's listening to us right now.
and comment if you no want. And
Yeah. Does Professor Nuts, if you know of Professor Nuts or if you've listened to Professor Nuts in the past, sound like any of our current crop of artists? No. Right? In my opinion, yes. Right? And the person that I feel like beat Professor Nuts' entire style, his own style, is Vibes Cartel. Right?
now, Randy, you have to make some people say, where the F you talk about?
Me can
Because
prove it.
when you say style, you talk about the sound are because people are going to say, Vibes Cartel are no gimmicks artists. So we
No,
are talking
no, him on a gimmicks
about,
artist. Him on a gimmicks artist, but him use similar words and even him sound. How him enunciate and say them. I don't know if it's because they're both from like
so
Portmore or Waterford over them side there.
you
You see
think
me?
him old sound or new sound?
What you mean? Him entire sound be period to me.
Okay, okay.
Right, me not talk about like what you mean? Vibes Cartel new sound or old sound?
Because right now, him sound and like when he first come
No,
out,
well, I guess him old
the flow
sound.
a little different.
Yeah, I guess mostly him old sound then. Like for instance, Professor Nuts have a tune where say where I say my baby mother like too bad and them thing there. You see me? When him even said that the words that him use in that, it remind me of something where current rapper
So,
artist Vibes Cartel would have said.
what I try see if me can get you to do is if you can give me an example, like cartel sound, like even those the inflections, because that's what me I get from you that
Right. So all right then. You see how Vibes Cartel tell him stories,
okay,
right? How Vibes Cartel tell him stories, how descriptive it is. And then sometimes at the end, that's when you get the pun. Like at the end that when him deliver something, you get where my infer or where my tell you is I might try point out to you is the same exact way or whatever I get from Professor
Almost
Nuts.
like, no pun intended, from the artist, but like him is a lecturer then.
Exactly.
And there was an artist lecturer around him same time.
At the time too, who was
and
very
was
entertaining.
based on because I'm a lecturer, like
Yeah.
I tell you a story. So yeah, I mean, Professor Nuts, go ahead.
Hold on, Oliver. But so you say social comment for even Vibes Cartel, a whole lot of social commentary across the board,
Yeah,
regardless
even
of what
when
people
time I talk about different. All right, yeah, I'm glad I said that. You see, even the tune we say Western Union, when I say me don't owe you.
Yeah.
Me give you nothing to put down. Me don't owe you.
Yeah, exactly.
As simple as I say that song that him
You give
always
me nothing
talk
to
about
put on.
something where
Yeah.
affect the culture or in a social commentary.
Right.
So the whole
and trending to at the time, you know?
Correct. I mean, I think the difference is Professor Nuts would stay on topic and stay all the way through.
Yes.
And probably, like I say, a more comedic value to it. But I can see the comparison you make as far as lecturing and just a vocabulary.
Right.
And diction.
Right. So another thing come to mind, because I just remember some of the song them when him do a song where Professor Nutter say, woman, man biggest problem, no matter how you try to please them. How him deliver that and how him even enunciate and how him taking breath them in between saying whatever I'm saying, to me, still again, remind me of Vibes Cartel. People, look, that's just my personal feeling.
That's your personal opinion. People tell you
so if you want, you know what I mean, go back and check out Professor Nuts again.
Would I like to hear them artists that really acknowledge it or say, I don't know if you've ever heard other artists acknowledge that they really were influenced by Professor Nuts. No, maybe not current, but I guess I can't say current, but I've always felt like General Degree,
okay.
General Trees.
You know what? Hold on. General Trees was in at the same time with it.
Yes.
So, yeah. But General Degree, like you pointed out, perfect point. You see the same granny style? The same granny? Stop allowing out my name. Professor Nuts used to tell him stories them with that inflection. Exactly like that. Wait, and I'm talking.
He used to all talk like woman in depending on.
Yeah.
He must try give you a woman point of view in the record.
And this is probably like 10 years before General Degree even come on the scene, bro.
Correct. Same thing with Kiprich. I think Kiprich is also from that tree, from that lineage. We want people to really dig deep and go into these things, you know. And I'm not saying we try to have a novel approach because I don't hear certain topics like this discussed. And, we try to salute the legends on the show, but not only that, we'll try to show you the lineage and who come underneath the Professor Nuts tree, then, so to speak.
Yeah.
Though he was as prolific as he was, he did not put out a lot of records.
Yes, that's true.
He didn't put out a lot of albums, maybe one or two.
Why was that, Why was that, Oliver? Why?
I don't know. I would love to ask him directly why.
So me personally, I think I know why.
Mm-hmm.
Because the same reason and the same thing that he was most dominant at.
Mm-hmm.
He was king of stage, masterful storyteller. You see me? So majority of what he did, he didn't put out all of that in music. He saved it for performing live. People used to call that stage show. So them usually go Professor Nuts stage show. Not for him rehearse something when him do before, but for him give a new
piece.
Yeah, a new piece. Not only, let me show you how off the time he was. Sometime in Jamaica, you hear a new saying or a new phrase or a new talk. Majority of the time, he was the person that came up with those things. You know what I mean? You hear a Jamaican and say certain things and you say, yo, wait, I like that style. At the time, he was the one that used to come up with it. Like, I'm going to give you an example. The first time me hear people say, you know, me just a dance back. You see me? Me just a kick back. You know where they got that from? In my opinion, Professor Nuts. Professor Nuts used to have a son where he say, dance back, man, I chuck it pan you. You just dance back if you run up him out. Just dance back, cause I'm Mickey Mouse that. I'm Mickey Mouse that and him a damn idiot. You see me? And yo, I swear to God, I haven't heard that in probably over 25 years or more, yo. When I was really young. You see me?
The funny thing is how influential and how it connected, you know. Randy. In the bus, me remember everyone I knew around that age group. Every child know that record.
Yeah.
You couldn't even go on a public bus and not hear that record. If that record came on while it was on a public bus, pure niceness, bro.
Pure niceness. Everybody have vibes to it.
Everybody I repeat the lyrics. Old woman, little picnic, young woman, police, everybody. You know, so I just show you as a testament to what type of artist he was and him influence, you know? So I wish him would have get more credit though.
So and that's the key point why I think we're discussing this right now, because again, you say he didn't put out a lot of records. But again, Mama asks you this. The statement I'm make say the reason I believe that isn't the case is because, of course, he is king of stage and him save it for that. You see me? You believe it had anything to do with that, or what do you think? Because
politics too, as usual. We discuss that all the time, but let's not kid ourselves. Politics play a big part in the music.
Of course.
I don't want to say it's a strength or it shows character. I think sometimes people love the music so much that they are hurt and offended by the business side of it and what they have to deal with. And I think to some pure lyricists or artists, they would rather not record if it is going to require them going through all those obstacles and dealing with certain things in the business.
Right.
Because when we're in a business, music business, the word business is key. However, sometimes you're in the music business and it's like a friend thing, or some man said, am I a friend? And then when you find out that you see him friend, them a peer sound man for not play you.
That's true too.
Then I say, man, I play some vibes because in the music business, people believe like all of them got through the gate at one time, so we have to fight out one another. So I don't know. I'm always gonna go to that being a factor when we see talented artists not give them best.
So you said that, right? And that connect me with a song I remember where Professor Nuts do. Professor Nuts used to do songs where him always a gimmick, colleagues in the business. And he usually started by saying, nobody vex, cause the whole of we are friend, me no wanna entertain a fix me or this them. Nobody vex. I'm sure you remember that too.
I remember that song.
And he used to go into the story. I remember him even mentioned something about Yellow Man and Yellow Man Jawbone. But, you know, saying that and making fun of, I guess, a shortcoming of a person. Some people might take it personal. But he had prefaced all of them stuff there by saying nobody vex because the whole of we are friend. And he didn't pinpoint or pick out any single person to pick on. It didn't matter who you were. You could be, you know what I mean, a person that catch the butt of his jokes. You see me, I say? So, let me say, he was such a masterful storyteller. Me even remember in the bus series, because it was a series to me. remember when him said something like somebody poop. So if people don't understand that, somebody farted on the bus, right? So they must say, like somebody poop and there's a conversation start on the bus and everybody are try to figure out how to go on the bus because to it stink. You see me? So you must say somebody poop, uno mind no you, uno poop all the while and galan like uno. You see me? All of them talk, them kind of talk there, and even chip in look up bit of the, what would I call it now, the Rob and Potter we transcend not only being like from the Kingston area, like almost like you have a look a countryman style in here too. Like where Vibes Cartel would give, like I said, if you think about it, not many artists used to say certain words, you know. Vibes Cartel did that.
Right. And to be honest, sometimes the country inflection they can separate the artist from everybody else and give them a different sound.
Yes.
Like for me, that's one of the reasons why I made it. I not say Merciless wasn't lyrical, but I actually used to like him inflections for a certain word because it was unique to him or different or
I feel the
you
same.
never hear the country artists them really stay true to them sound.
Own up them sound, exactly.
Right. So when me hear him or an artist like Richie Spice, I was like, yo, me like artists where I use them basically then I use them
Whether them country slang or
right,
them
right,
native tongue in a sense. You know what I
right.
mean? Them not run from it, them a own it. And again,
And use them accent, the country accent or if you want to call it drawl or whatever.
yeah, for me, that separated them from everybody else. Right?
Right.
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 They never run from it. They owned it.
And Degree actually used to do it too.
Definitely.
Back
Definitely.
to another way how him used to sound like
Like
Professor
Professor
Nuts.
Nuts. Yeah,
Him
yeah.
used to do it too.
Yeah.
So, no?
So people, can you imagine at that time, like maybe late 80s, possibly early 90s, somebody have a conversation about being on a bus and somebody either farted or we call it poop and it smell and what go on and basically them are serve. Just imagine. But people were just so entertained by it. You know what I mean? Like them just
And say, inna the bus, them a fight and a fuss.
yeah, you
Hey,
know the
Mr.
boss.
D, your arm smell bad.
Yeah.
Hey, come on.
You know the
Take your
yeah,
foot
you
off
know
of my car
before
before.
me get mad. Then all of them said the doctor
The
come off.
doctor will come down with the money bag.
Yeah. And him who never have the money. Me never him never have the
Somebody
money.
never have no fear upon the bus.
Yeah. No, him ask a woman. And I think the woman has said she not have no money. You see me? And something happened with another brother and the doctor must throw the brother off of the bus. You see me? And then it's like him basically I said everybody find bus fare, give him after that.
After that, there was the bus fare them run, yeah?
Yeah,
yeah. That was a story, bro.
Yeah.
One of a kind. Duplicated. People try to duplicate him. And successive in their own right, but one and only Professor Nuts. And would I like to give him flowers while he's here. So big up yourself, Professor Nuts.
Definitely.
Hopefully you get to see this. If anybody see it or know him, and share it with him, share it with others. Force others to start discuss things like this. Because we have a lot of legends in the game when I get them just due.
True.
See, we talk about what's your name, the other lady the other day.
Yeah, Yvonne Sterling.
Yvonne Sterling, how long she go on. Just a little commentary, get her back in the spotlight.
Definitely.
So big up for legends them, man. We have a lot of legends in the team. And we need to celebrate them and let them know say, yo, we appreciate what you're doing in the music business. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like even though he didn't get the recognition that he deserved, he birthed like, you know, a generation of artists will come and get a whole heap of little things from him. Maybe them couldn't do it as well as him, but I see pieces all over the place where it came from him, you know? Like you mentioned again, social commentary. the woman man biggest problem, that song was so much of a social commentary. Like right now, we're talking about, even right now, domestic violence and all these type of things. That's
Yeah.
what he was talking about at that time. You know,
Yes, yeah.
right?
Another artist who birthed a lot of artists that we need to do a section segment on that's no longer here with us, a Baby Wayne.
Definitely.
A lot of artists to bite Baby Wayne.
Style.
For people who don't know Baby Wayne I had him time to the point where in the late 80s or I want to say late 80s.
Early 90s.
Yeah, Baby Wayne had some old records that were chopped like he was so ahead of his time, bro.
Yeah.
Those sounded like some 2000 something records.
Yeah. As a matter
To
of fact,
go in rhyme scheme
I
and
think you're
and
right.
huh?
I think you're right when it's the late 80s. Me, I think about
Late 80s
89. Me, I think about 89.
because when him they come back out again, him did already out before that, he just
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
get the right recognition because I guess for whatever reason he wasn't consistent in the thing.
That
Right?
was a natural talent, boy. Natural talent.
Natural. I mean, I don't know what kept him away from music all the time, but we have a lot of greats like that. I can mention right now. I think we've mentioned before Terra Fabulous.
Yeah.
Those great artists where that is screw, right?
Definitely.
Artists where the bad, just naturally bad.
Yeah.
Even the same Dan Youth. In my opinion, to me, Dan Youth is bad naturally.
Bad at the time. So we don't know what really happened with
It's
it
still
right
a
now.
it's still a record, but I don't know.
Yeah. Because
Anybody but
because like we mentioned, I remember if we did mention this to you again. We used to have a sound system what we used to like back in the days named HMV, Heavy Mighty and Vicious. Them used to
Mm-hmm.
have a whole heap of dub plate with Danny with them and them man.
Where them they come from?
It's like a uptown sound, man, like a
Yeah, that's right.
Renaissance. You see, right when Renaissance did a bus out, you see
Yeah.
me? Them did have a name too. Like them
Because
used to
people
play
used
at
to
this.
act like Dan Youth is straight uptown.
Yeah.
I guess you could say he's the poor man Sean Paul, for lack of a better. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
he was like Sean Paul before Sean Paul. Can catch a lot of them same flat there.
Yeah,
Like Dan Youth or uptown youth, yo. You
yeah,
see what I'm saying? I
yeah.
don't even know if him really did uptown or just stream did brown. I don't know, yo.
You see me? So yeah, I see people. We journey from, we still are talk about Professor Nuts, but we just are
We
show
still
you
are
say,
talking about professional.
yeah,
But what does I show you other artists like that will feel like, maybe eventually we'll do some segments from them as well.
yeah. They had influence, they did sometime, but it almost feel like people don't remember them or them don't show them or give them just
Respect.
due. You know what I mean? Them not get them respect, them not get, and to me, I'm like, why? Why not? You know?
Just saw the game go. But people comment and let us know though. If you don't like this segment on Professor Nuts and if you know that one, so we discuss or go deeper into other artists of similar caliber when I get
Yeah.
them just do. It would have been better obviously if we have him on the show and maybe one day that would be the case. But would I love
So
to do an
So
interview with him.
again, that would be awesome actually. I'm glad you point that out, Oliver, because some of these questions that we have and some of these inflections and reflection that we're reflecting back on, we probably could have asked him like him do a song named Bad Boy Jimmy. We probably could have say, yo, what that song did it really about? Or did you actually know somebody named Bad Boy Jimmy? Or,
Right.
did you just come up with that out of
The
what?
blue.
Can you go give us a little bit, them type of
In
thing
the
there?
background. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Yeah. So
man.
enough to say, and people don't only take our opinion here at the Reggaecy. Don't only take Oliver's opinion. Don't only take Randy's opinion. I
Go and
believe
check out the record. Then.
you should check it out. Whether you catch the video them and the video quality them not look so great. Just listen to
Wait,
the
man.
sound and try if you understand what he's saying. Then you
Right.
will understand the reason why we felt it was so paramount for us to discuss and lead off a show like this, basically asking the question where you think Professor Nuts is ranked as a reggae slash dancehall DJ artist, whatever you want to call it. And how much influence did he have at the time or even currently? You know what I mean? So yes, kudos to Professor Nuts. Him still alive, people. You know what I mean? Professor Nuts are gone away. Not because we are celebrating. That not means anything happened to him. And that is the next part of the thing now. I know, like with, socially with people, the minute you celebrate somebody, it's almost like them.
Oh, yeah.
Them assume, say, yo, what happened to that person? The person dead, arrest, you know them way there?
Yeah. No, we see that the other day and I was like, what the hell? Actually, it was one of the artists that post another artist, a big up the artist.
Yeah.
And under the comments were RIP, what happened to him? And I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sad state of things.
And the actual artist is a known artist in the business. I just said, yo, nothing to do the man, but just give him a big up.
Yeah, just give him flowers.
It's like once the artist not current,
yeah.
If you post nothing, yo, what him drop out?
Yeah, like people already are pronouncing him, and that's not right, yo. People should know how to function.
It just show you that our culture not based on giving people them flowers and celebrating our elders.
Not only that, Oliver, I just feel like social etiquette, social etiquette to a certain extent for some people is lacking. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's almost like and tell me if I'm wrong about this. Yeah, but you met some people or them family once before, and then maybe another time you go and visit them, and the first thing them say to, whether it's you or the person that you come with, oh, yeah, you get fat, you this, you that. Oh, look how I'm getting maga. Yeah, all right. You know, like seriously, what kind of greeting that? Why people still like that? Them supposed to social, know certain things socially not really.
Right.
But
because sometimes you might say a man look small, right? Even gain weight, and it's related to an illness.
Exactly.
And you just greet them that way there, and the person probably in the back of their mind like, yo, you wouldn't even know what they are dealing with.
Like it's almost like it's not almost like it's like you're kicking them when they're down. You know? So
but it does happen. And a lot of time people do get sick and them either gain or lose weight. You know what I'm saying? And it's outside of them control. So we need to take that into consideration in our culture and greet each other with some love and respect and, look into certain things what we do as customary. Not because it's customary doesn't mean that it's the way to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Correct. Look outside the culture and see how other people do things. You see me? Anyway,
so
my segue off from the Professor Nuts.
From Professor Nuts. So as we move,
Nuts, wherever it is.
Yeah, man. Bless up.